You know how you used to be able to like podcast and just hit record and then it would work? That doesn't work anymore.
Oh my gosh. I told my class yesterday, I was like, yeah, so Aaron and I recorded for about 3 hours and then...
Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom Disneyland is growing every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Disneyland, the happiest place on earth.
It's time to throw down, y'all.
Have you thought about a visit to Disneyland during your vacation?
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done.
Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. Join the happy people of all ages. Yes, there's more fun at Disneyland in Anaheim. The happiest country on earth.
Welcome to Bobsleds and Banthas, a podcast about Disneyland, Star Wars, finding magic, and the power of nostalgia. On this episode, we're talking about Bob Chapek talks about pillars and he loves COVID. Pixar's turning blue, the monorail mystery emerges, we exchange much-belated gifts, and in our main segment, we ring in the new year by talking about the biggest hits and misses from 2021. My name is Scott Storm, and with me, my brother on the mic, the naked baby of New Year's podcasting, absolute Aaron Robbins.
Hey, welcome to 2022.
Naked baby.
Yeah, where'd that come from? I remember talking about it, but
It was all the way back a year ago.
Yeah.
We talked about how,
naked New Year's babies.
Yeah, naked New Year's babies.
Yeah, why did we talk about that?
Because I was like the old and busted, Father Time, and you're like the naked New Year's baby of
That's
podcasting.
true. Fresh, chipper, ready to get...
Cheruby.
Yeah, cheruby.
Rosy cheeks.
Oh,
Ready
ready
to
to
get
get going.
Cute. You're just so cute.
Ready to ring in the new year with my I haven't seen you in a little while. I mean, I've seen you. I saw you a few hours ago.
But only for like 5-7 minutes.
And then other than that, we met at a dark parking lot for legitimate activities.
Wait, when did this happen?
When your van broke down?
Oh, yeah, that's right. My van broke down. That was the first time I saw you in like a month.
Happy 2022, Scott Storm.
Oh, Aaron Robbins, it's certainly been a while since we've been behind the mics together, but it's been a while since we've just chatted and hung out.
Episode 88, can you tell me why we're not covering Back to the Future on this episode?
That's a really good question.
Okay.
I don't have a good answer for it. Now I want to pivot and do a completely different episode.
It's okay.
The
one you've got's great. No, this one's great.
I did want to start talking about, I do think we are headed in a direction for 2022.
Yes.
We're not talking about New Year's resolutions. We're going to save that for next week.
Yeah, next week.
But I do feel like we are heading in a direction where we will start to expand talking more about nostalgia.
Yeah.
What that is for us and why it's important for us to share it with those that we love. And I think we're going to start opening up these gates a little bit.
I think we should. And I think we have the perfect Disney backing to do it because they recently came out with a show called Top 80s hosted by Rob Lowe. Which has no Disney affiliation, but it is a look at nostalgia and stuff like that. So when we do nostalgia, we're really just sort of borrowing Disney's nostalgia thing. So it's still Disney connected.
At least there's a through line there.
There's a through line there.
I feel like we talked about last year that we should start reviewing that show. I think we should. What do you think?
I'm done with it. I watched it all.
Oh, well, I haven't even looked at it.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Should I ask you what you thought about it?
Are we still in the intro banter section?
I think
don't remember how to podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So what this is it's like a radio show.
What channel is it on? Is it on what? Is it on a AM or FM?
It's on my phone. How do I get it on my phone?
I don't want to be on an AM channel. I would really, when I pictured myself talking for a living later.
You imagined FM?
I imagined I would be on the FM.
It's got better fidelity.
I feel like I would retire to AM, but I would get my start on FM. So.
Oh, you'd start on FM?
Yeah.
Well, you're starting on new media now.
Yeah.
Speaking of new media, both of us started teaching new classes this semester.
Yeah, I had my first one today.
How did it go for you?
Great. It's a lot bigger than the class I taught last year. It's on storytelling in a digital age, and it went really well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a lot of talking.
Yes, it is.
I think man, am I gonna be able to podcast later? I just talked for 80 minutes.
Yeah, I felt that way every single time we recorded a podcast last semester where I did a full lecture based class. I told my class yesterday, I'm teaching the class that we co-taught.
Yes.
During my class yesterday, which is on podcasting, teaching students how to podcast, how to come up, create, produce, record, edit and distribute their own podcast. I said there are extra credit opportunities in this class.
Right.
One of those extra credit opportunities is called Banthateer bonus points.
Oh, I love it.
If you subscribe to Bobsleds and Banthas and listen to it throughout the semester, and you engage in a regular discussion with me during class time about what you liked about the show, what you're looking forward to on the show, I will give you extra credit.
Way to go. Should we get into some news?
I think
we
we
do
will
gifts?
I feel like...
Woo-hoo! It's Christmas again.
It's Christmas again.
Yay.
I brought gifts for you, and you brought a gift for me. We're going to do some...
no, I did not bring a gift for you.
Oh, you brought giftus?
I brought giftus for you.
Oh, I brought giftus for you as well.
Gifts.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I also brought cookies, by the way. Should we do cookie time and gifts?
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
Because this is actually it's a belated birthday gift that I received after New Year's.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Yes, I actually had to contact
we'll trade
the company
this way.
and say, all right, here, I'm going to give you this. And there's a tiny gift on top of it.
Aww.
That tiny gift on top of it
cool.
is a sticker for your one wheel or whatever.
This is awesome. It's a Kenner sticker.
Yeah.
I love that. This gets open like this. It's a red and white striped wrapping paper that says Happy Holidays on it. Whatever holiday you celebrate.
Whatever holiday you choose.
This looks like I'm being served. I got you a summons.
I'll see you in court.
Yay! This is from Craft and Ride, which is they make one wheel
accessories
stuff. So I'm ripping,
things like that.
Ripping into this here. It was opened and
it was inspected. It was inspected
by your postman. He's like, Craft and Ride. That's what I deliver.
He's like, awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, can I take a look at this?
I'm the only one wheeling mailman.
You already have.
Ooh! Wow! Whoa! This is amazing. This is Bobsleds and Banthas. These are the grip tape foot plates.
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing because the color's dope. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I look forward to the event. If you are willing to take the adventure,
I am
of installing new grip tape on your one wheel.
Yeah, I am. I totally am.
Good.
I just have never done it before.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right, let's go this, and then the order of this is very important.
Okay.
So let's go this one first, and then this one second.
All right,
I think Kennedy wrote you a little note on that.
Oh, good.
Very important that you open the one on top first, I guess.
I'm going to give you you want me to open first? I'm going to open
first.
Yeah. Okay. So this says, Merry Belated Christmas. P.S. I am now known as Mousekateenager and expert present wrapper. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. Kennedy wrote this?
Yes.
Kennedy, it is very important to learn how to wrap presents correctly. I spent an entire summer working in a toy store where almost all I did was wrap presents.
Fun.
And I got really, really good at it.
You go, one for me, one for the customer.
That's right.
One for me.
And the thing is, I worked at FAO Schwartz, believe it or not. It was an FAO Schwartz that I worked at.
Did you really? I didn't know that about you. Mm-hmm. A factoid about Scott I did not know.
In my, after I graduated.
Were you watching a lot of Big then, or what was going on in your life?
All day long.
Okay, so you were like, I got to live this movie. I have to go down and get a job.
Not only do I want to be big, I want to work at FAO Schwartz.
I want to work at FAO Schwartz and have a girlfriend that's 62.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's not going to ask how old I am, and I don't care how old she is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrapped presents basically all summer long at FAO Schwartz.
Right on.
And instead of giving you tape, they give you stickers.
Oh,
that's a primo way.
Wow.
Primo way of wrapping stuff.
Yeah. You're going to be like, what is this? What is that?
What is this? Byron Statics. This looks like a Walkman?
Walkman. It's so
a cassette Walkman?
Yeah, what a weird. And I believe it's pink because that's the only color that you can get during a pandemic.
What is going on? What is this? I have a Walkman?
So weird. What a weird gift. Okay, now open the second one so that everything can make sense.
I have a pink cassette
player.
Pink cassette player.
Yes.
Like it's got it's like, I mean, it's just straight up like
you're strapping that to your belt and walking around campus
put my headphones on.
Yeah.
And
get some roller skates.
I'm looking for the eject button, or is it just it's just a flip up kind.
Oh, it's not well made, Scott.
It's just a flip up. What are you talking about? Okay, now this has got me very curious.
I know, isn't it weird? Such a weird gift. Oh yeah,
this is a Rocketeer 24-page read-along book and tape.
Yep.
This is delightful.
Dude, that's from like 1991.
Take off with the Rocketeer.
I don't know if that will work. You just might blow the magnet.
This is awesome.
The rib. You might blow the ribbon off of that right away. So I don't know what will happen when you try to play that, but enjoy.
Now here, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The collector part of me doesn't want to touch any of this.
Oh yeah, it's
like
32 years old.
Yeah, it's It's in a sealed clamshell.
Yeah,
and it's got like the Rocketeer. I do not believe for a second that this is Billy Campbell on this photo. I feel like this is a stand-in for the Rocketeer who is making some sort of very awkward Rocketeer flying.
It's like he was running and then they tilted the photo.
Yeah, it's like just run and jump.
Yeah.
And then we'll snap your photo and then we'll Photoshop this.
The guy will paint you. He's going to paint you real quick.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Well, if you do decide to
but
take it out,
I am very nervous about.
I worried like if he wants to listen to it, who has a cassette player? I don't know. So that's why you now have a pink cassette player that you can
thank you for my
give to Quinn. Get her some kids praise.
I love
and
being
put it in
able
there.
I love being able to now explain like, well, this is what a cassette is,
right?
And this is how you listen to music.
Yeah.
Great.
How much fun.
So
all right,
much.
I'm going to open up from Aaron from Scott.
This has got there's like an in joke here. I'm curious to know if you can figure out what the in joke is. It exists on its own.
Okay.
But it also has an in joke associated with it.
This is a Teen Wolf Funko Pop Scott Howard with a basketball in a protective case already. We talked about Teen Wolf.
We did talk about Teen Wolf.
I love Teen Wolf. And Michael J. Fox. I don't know what the in-joke is,
We talked about, and when we did the zombies episode with Mark Andrada, we talked about how there was like a Teen Wolf type of feeling to zombies.
Definitely.
And then we got onto this whole thing about Teen Wolf's hairy thighs.
Oh, that's right.
And how he would showboat and slam dunk with his hairy thighs. And then I found a hairy thigh Teen Wolf Funko Pop.
Yeah, it's very hairy. I think we might have even gone a little further. I don't know if it made it into the episode, but I think we got a little further about what playing basketball with Teen Wolf would be like. It would be a mouthful of fur.
It would be so much fur.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I found a Teen Wolf Funko Pop that has short shorts and hairy thighs. And I was just like...
It is the pose.
And it told me, buy this.
Yes,
buy me.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Thanks for having Christmas with us.
It's time for news.
Oh.
Remain seated, please.
News time. We're back to yodeling in the news.
Oh, did we yodel in that news?
I don't know, but the holiday overlay has come off. I remember where most of the stuff went. Not all of it. But
do you have like a thing where you're like, okay, now we're back to regular bobsleds?
Yeah, that's now.
Let's talk about the news.
Oh, because there's only been a cavalcade of news.
Here's the thing. There's been so much news while we were gone.
Yeah.
And we could cover all of that, but we have a big show ahead of us.
Yes.
Lots of discussion, lots of fun.
And it turns out being updated on Disneyland every few hours doesn't really matter.
It feels a little exhausting.
It does.
Sometimes you're like, well, okay, what is the good news here?
Could we wait for them to just figure it out? Instead of like reporting on that right now, could we wait 24 hours and see if they just figure it out?
Maybe something else comes up.
Yeah, maybe they have more information in 24 hours and we don't have to like speculate right now.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's not the right way to run a media hungry, how to participate.
Our listeners are hungry for media.
Yes, apparently the whole world is.
But instead, we have chosen to just find like 3 stories that we find sort of interesting.
I guess so.
And we're going to talk about them right now.
Yep.
So your first
Disney
one
Plus
is
Day, the Star Cruiser Hotel, and
zombies or black hole. Black hole.
Rumors of a black hole too.
Oh man, what if they rebooted the black hole?
Holier than thou.
Holier than before.
Yes.
Yeah. Bob Chapek.
Best. Yeah.
Bob Chapek.
I need a whole podcast on Bob Chapek names.
That was not my intention to call him Bob Chapek.
Yeah.
But you take it as you will.
Right.
He made a speech recently.
It was a memo. It was a speech is intimate. I don't think it was a speech. I'm almost positive it was a memo because a speech is intimate. It's personal. It's relational. At the start of the year, when you're an entertainment company built on magic, I think a memo is the way to go. And he recently released
just sort of
one.
like I thought. Do you think it said like from the desk of Bob Chapek?
Yes.
And it had like
from the desks of Bob Chapek.
Do you think that letterhead has Mickey on it? I would assume it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day one, when I'm CEO of Disney, I changed that letterhead to me and Mickey. It's both of us. I got my arm around.
Are you
them.
like animated? Are you like animated? Like it's animated. You pie-eyed Aaron?
Yeah, pie-eyed Aaron and Mickey together. It's like, who's running this ship?
That's right.
It's the dynamic duo.
You said ship, right?
Yeah, ship.
Just want to make sure I understood that correctly.
Who's
it's a
running?
family podcast.
Yeah, who's running this vessel? It's me and Mickey.
Me and Mickey. Okay,
from the desk of Bob Chapek.
Blob Paycheck.
It seems like he's making it seemed like.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bag on the guy, but it is funny to call him Blob Paycheck.
It came out of Blob Paycheck. For a while, you and I've talked about where he was given reins of the Disney company, and Iger's like, I'm going to just sit on your lap,
I'm going to be over here.
I'm going to sit in your lap and drive. You can hold the steering wheel and work the pedals. I'm going to keep a foot on the brake.
Here's the deal. This is your office.
Yeah.
But I put my chair right at the end of your desk.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm just going to be here. Actually, you know what? Let me just move my chair back to where it was. Right. You can be on the end of the desk.
It felt like that for a little while, but I feel like in the last month, Chapek has started to step it up a little bit and increase his presence and is sort of like, Rrr.
It seems like Iger never really released the reins, and so he wasn't able to run.
He was still showing up in press
freely.
stuff. He was still showing up at events.
So for all the dogging that we will probably do on Bob Chapek right now and going forward, understandably, he's had a very, very difficult job and doesn't seem
Super
like
complex.
He's been given the reins to actually execute in the way he has. Now, where he has executed, it seems to be like maybe there's mixed results.
You go to take over the Disney company during COVID, and you're like, do we either got to go full offense or full defense? And he was like, maybe we could do some of both. I don't know. I'll figure it out day to day.
Yeah, right.
I do know about his memo though.
Tell me about his memo.
Well, he wrote a memo, sort of like it's sort of like, Bob Chapek's like promises for the, we have direction. Here's where we're going in 2022, 2023.
Casting vision for the Disney company.
Casting vision. There were 3 pillars that he sort of outlined. 3 strategic pillars. What he believes the mission for the Disney company is. It's clear and it's set for, they're sort of bringing this in under the second 100 years of Disney, because the 100th anniversary of the Disney company is coming up in 2023. The first pillar is storytelling excellence. So that's, seems like a good one, I think.
And he's like, I'd like to introduce storytelling excellence with our premiere episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
It's more of a, I don't have a good book joke. The second pillar is innovation. The first one, storytelling excellence. That's 2 words. The second one is innovation. And I believe it was in that one where he actually said, thanks to changes in entertainment and the pandemic. He says this in his memo. Right now, their behavior, he's speaking about the audiences, right now, their behavior tells us and our industry that the way they want to experience entertainment is changing, and changing fast, thanks to technology and the pandemic.
Oh, thanks, pandemic.
Yeah, thanks for changing the way we want to consume entertainment.
Oh, boy. Do you think it was like, do you think it's a memo, so you don't know the tone? It's very difficult to convey tone in a written form. So do you think it should have been said this way? Right now, their behavior tells us and our industry that the way they want to experience entertainment is changing, and changing fast. Thanks to technology and the pandemic. You think it was like that?
Yeah, there's like a really like sarcastic drone on like that.
Yeah, just a lot of big eye rolling when he says it.
Or he meant it thanks to technology and the pandemic.
He forgot to put an ellipses there.
2 days later, he should have said
thanks
and
to
the
technology. And the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he meant. It just doesn't come out in the memo.
You need to work on his punctuation.
And I know you're just all very excited to know what the third one is.
Well, he said also, I just wanted to, he said, we must evolve with our audience, not work against them. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Not work against the audience. Does that mean because...
It means they're like, we're not going to go to the theater. We're not going to the theater.
That's right. So
do you hear me, Chapek? I'm not going.
And so therefore we need to put more things on streaming. That's sort of what he's saying.
I think he's saying that. I don't know. We're not offering color commentary on it. I don't think the audience is really saying that yet, though.
Here's the other thing.
Anybody's saying they don't want to go back to the theater.
No, I don't think they're saying that. I think they're saying give us good reasons to go back to the theater.
Give us good reasons, right? And be a little bit clear with what that experience is going to be.
Right.
And give us good reason.
And he also says we will put the audience at the center of every decision we make. And I feel like, based on the year that we've just had, and we'll discuss this more in our main segment, I do not believe that Bob Chapek has been putting the audience or the guest at the center of every decision they make.
Well,
so this seems like this will be a big
memo.
Change.
This memo was was effective today.
Yeah, we're not looking back.
Yeah, no, there's a whole difference. There was 4 different pillars.
All we did was we put our bottom line at the center of every decision we make.
Right.
2022,
the 4 pillars of 2021 were very different. They were very different. There was the pillar of squeeze. There was the pillar of. Do you think they'll notice? That was a big pillar.
Squeeze, reduction, upcharge. Those are the 3 pillars.
Yeah. This is 2022 and 2023. Innovation, storytelling, and a relentless focus on what the audience wants. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
That's the news item.
Well, how do we feel about that? If they execute on all that over the next 100 years, I feel like we'll be okay.
Right. I feel like those are good pillars. I feel like your interpretation of those pillars is where we run into problems, because I feel like I'm already having a difference in what Bob Chapek's interpretation of what those pillars mean and what mine interpretation means.
It seems to me as just a pedestrian viewer of this corporation that the biggest challenge with Disney right now is Bob Chapek.
Right,
I
would
his
agree.
Leadership.
I had that epiphany over the break when I was thinking about it, because it may sound like we're negative. I'm not really. I'm like, dude, tough job. It's a great.
Very
thing.
tough job.
Like he's doing.
Could we do better? Absolutely not.
Maybe us together
a little bit. A little bit.
But it's
we
a
could
tough
definitely
job.
have more fun.
They're getting stuff open. Their handling of the pandemic was fantastic.
We could not wear suits the way he wears suits.
Definitely not. No. Like he looks tough, and I love it. Yeah. So, but then I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if this is our guy for this time, because I really do feel like you need to take some risks right now. Everything is different. It's time to get back to the magic and take some risks. And I just don't know if this is our guy.
He does sort of smack of being way too corporate.
Yeah.
And I think during this time, you want someone that's much more, I would think you would want somebody that's much more folksy, where you want to come along with them. You want to dream with them.
Getting a little bit in trouble with the shareholders. Like the shareholders are upset because he gave away all this stuff.
He's been thinking too big.
Yeah.
He cares about the guest experience way too much.
And us are like, forget it. Wait, we're shareholders. And like, I like all that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it does seem like maybe he's not the right guy for this time, or maybe he is, because maybe during this time you got to go like, listen, it's a head down type of
season. We need to run this business.
We need to run this as a business so that we can come out on the other side. We can be folksy later.
I like the 4 pillars though. I think they're good.
3 pillars. What was the 4th pillar? What's your favorite 4th pillar?
My 4th pillar is more memos.
Okay.
Innovation, storytelling excellent, relentless focus on the audience, more memos. I don't know why. I don't know. Let's go to the next news article, which is a doozy and a half.
Yeah, what is this doozy and a half?
The monorail mystery?
Yeah, you mentioned this monorail mystery.
Yeah.
And I don't know what monorail. I don't know. I am so out of the loop right now.
Yeah.
What is the mystery that's going on?
Here's the problem. I am in it's like an 11-step program. And I'm not afraid to admit it, because I'm a vulnerable person.
Yeah.
I do not like Inside the Magic, the website. I just don't like it.
Really?
And I've decided to get help for my distaste for that website.
Is this a new thing?
That I don't like it? No, you know that I don't like it.
I know.
You're playing with me. Don't toy with my emotions, Scott Storm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know it's
so clickbaity, and they ran wild with it. Here's what I've noticed that they do when they have news about a non-Disney U.S. park, Walt Disney World or Disney, they just say this thing happened at a Disney park, and then you read the article and halfway down you realize that it's Disneyland Hong Kong,
or it's
or
like
something.
it's Shanghai or whatever.
Which doesn't mean it's any less important, but they know not as many people will.
It's not as relevant to those who are reading Inside the Magic.
And they know they'll get less clicks, so they vegatize their articles, and what that actually does is that people, because they did this on purpose, people actually read those new titles who have vacations booked, and they start to panic. Oh no, is there something wrong?
Right.
So they actually are causing discomfort for people. And you might say as a listener, be like, that's nonsense. You can read the breadcrumbs and know that it's
Why don't you read it? Why don't you read the whole
why don't you read
article?
it? But that's not how the internet works. People read the clickbait. They knew that they had an upcoming reservation. They go like, oh wait, this thing isn't working now, or it's going to be down. And they don't know right away that it's Hong Kong or Shanghai or Disney Sea.
It's not fake news.
No, it's really happening.
It's just, would you say disingenuous? Is that what you would say?
I would say that it's purposefully obscure.
Purposely obscure, okay.
To get the clicks on it. And so they ran that happened over the break, and I'm dealing with it. I know it's my problem. It's not Inside the Magic. I'm dealing with my own issues.
It's okay, you're dealing with it.
But they ran the story, monorail closes indefinitely, which is to the average.
You lost your mind when you read
to the average reader. That means forever. They don't immediately translate indefinitely to we don't know when it's going to open back up.
Indefinitely means like, yes.
It translates to forever.
It will
for
never
a quick,
open up again.
Right.
Yes.
To a quick reader. And so of course this gets like lots of clicks and people like being like, oh, the whole company's going down because of the monorail. Comes out a day later that it's just closed for refurbishment, or it's closed to,
And at what park?
This is Disneyland.
Oh, it's at Disneyland.
It is at Disneyland, yeah. But then other people are now picked up the story, and there's a lot of news stories about the monorail closing. The big problem seems to be that it just closed for refurbishment 3 months ago.
Okay.
So that's it. I'm both frustrated with Inside the Magic, and the monorail's closed again, and it just got closed. And to their credit, it's a little weird.
Let me ask you a question. Where the monorail is concerned, there's a lot of Disney fandom that surrounds the monorail in terms of it's old and busted, and it's constantly broken down, and it probably should be replaced, but it is a sacred cow, and therefore we can't do anything with it. And that's on both coasts. That's on Disneyland and on Walt Disney World. Yes.
Yeah.
Disney World has it. It does so much traffic. It does so much heavy lifting.
Disneyland does not.
No, it doesn't. But at Walt Disney World, it picks up at 4 different hotels.
Wow.
It takes you to the Magic Kingdom, and then you can take a monorail from the Magic Kingdom to Epcot.
Yes.
So it does a lot. It does an actual transportation as opposed to Disneyland, which is like, this is cute. This is fun.
People love the at Disneyland. People love the monorail. You ask that same person when's the last time they ride it. They go like, "Oh, I don't ride it.
Oh, I just like seeing it. I like seeing when it goes over."
And that's the thing. And I don't think that's wrong. But it is. I hate that I'm going to use this phrase. It is a moving weenie. Like it is. It is though. You drive down Harbor. You walked in the Esplanade, and the monorail comes up. You feel better. You see that they've redecorated the cars.
It
you
feels
wave
like
at
Disneyland. It's that thing that before you get into the gates or beyond the gates, you're like, that's Disneyland.
Yeah,
because I see the monorail going by.
And you know that Walt loved it. I have a big black and white picture of Walt sort of with his hand on the monorail leaning up, and he looks happy. And so it is a sacred cow for that reason. Does it move a lot of traffic? Is it integral to the function of the park? It's not right at the hotels. You have to leave the hotel, walk a little bit, then get on it. So no, but it's a visual moving weenie.
When there are monorails, when there are problems with the monorail, and those involve the monorail doors just randomly opening in the middle of transport.
That's not good.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
And that happened in Walt Disney World. And when people have to get evacuated off the monorail because it just stops moving, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And, at times you go like, okay, maybe we should rethink whether or not we want to keep this thing around.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm not advocating for getting rid of it because I think monorail is one of those things where it's like it does capture the imagination.
Yeah.
Even though it
sounds like Disneyland, it looks like Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I know I'm giving I'm going like boo inside the magic and like okay, yeah,
but also
maybe
like
there's
bummer
a story
that's
there
down for refurbishment again.
Again, like right away, and no
projection mapping. You think they're putting projection mapping in there?
I hope so. They move. This is actually not a terrible idea. They have cameras that move with the monorail now, so the projection like follows the monorail around.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah,
they actually. I feel like maybe I'm just inventing news right now. I'm just inventing facts.
Who isn't?
Thank you. I believe they filed a patent for augmented reality for the monorail. Like I feel like large scale augmented reality that would follow you.
Yeah.
And I think one of the potential applications was like, we could put that in the monorail.
Interesting.
You could actually see Mickey and his friends like fly by you as you're on the monorail.
Yeah.
Maybe I just made that up. It'd be cool if they did that, right?
Technology, it sounds like no small task, but it also sounds possible.
It sounds like definitely something Disney. Listen, Disney, just file that patent. Just make me right.
Right.
Thanks.
If not, when Bob Chapek needs a week off and you install us, this is going to be one of the things we work on.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be the best week anybody's ever had there. Hey, let's talk about other somewhat disappointing news.
What's up?
I mean, disappointing for some. I say great for us.
Yeah. Pixar's
Turning Red is going to be turning exclusively to Disney Plus.
Yeah, March 11th.
Yes, and it will not be getting a theatrical release. Will be on the Disney streaming service instead.
You're saying that's good news from a convenience sake, not from a that bodes well for the movie and the company, or is this a new strategy from Pixar? Does it signal lack of confidence?
Well, Pixar's very upset about this. So
it was Disney's call?
It was Disney's call. There were several unnamed Pixar staff members that got picked up from a news report from The Insider. And one of them said that they felt extremely disappointed and that the change was a shock.
Yeah.
One of the quotes also says, "It's safe to say we're all feeling extremely disappointed. Everyone at the studio was so excited about being this film in particular that would put people back to the theaters."
Yeah.
And so there was a lot, obviously, that was riding on this. But clearly Pixar was having their hopes for a theatrical release. Let's remember that Luca was Disney Plus exclusive and Soul was also Disney Plus exclusive. So we've gone an entire year and now year and a half with no theatrical Pixar release. Seems like the next...
Encanto got to go to the theater, but Turning Red doesn't get to.
Turning Red doesn't. I assume what they are paving the way for is Lightyear to be a theater release. And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming that Disney's taking a look at Turning Red and saying how many people are going to show up for a theatrical release of this versus how many people are going to show up for a theatrical release of Lightyear.
Yeah.
And I think they're probably going like, well, we'll bet on Lightyear because it's a known property, et cetera. But That's unfortunate. I mean, I think
it is unfortunate.
Again, from a convenience standpoint, very happy that I'll be able to watch Turning Red when it comes out on Disney Plus. But I absolutely would have taken the kids to the theater.
I would have gone to your theater and watched this and had a great time. We were planning on it. When I told my kids this news, they both said why. Like they wanted to know why it wasn't going to the theater because they were looking forward to it. And I think I think it's risky. I don't know why you can't do both.
Do both, right?
I think it's risky, but I hope Turning Red is a sleeper hit now that it's on. I hope people love it.
I hope so too.
And I hope it should. I mean, I wish it would have gone to the theater. And I agree. Lightyear is, that's a heavy hitting.
Lightyear's going to move the needle on.
I think people, so, but I also think I think you ask a lot of people what Lightyear is and they don't know.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know that it's as easy to market that movie as you think it is.
Yeah, but don't you think
because it's not Toy Story 5?
No, but if you just say it's the Buzz Lightyear movie,
then you go. Yeah, but you got to get there.
But that's all that people need to know.
That is all that people need to know.
They don't need to know it's a story about Buzz Lightyear that inspired the toy. Like all they just need to know is it's a Buzz Lightyear standalone movie. Okay, great.
Yep. I just don't think that's as clean
what is going on.
I just don't think that's as clean as it's Toy Story 5.
Well, that's true. But how many people are going to go to Toy Story 5 in the theater?
Toy Story is the greatest animated series of all time.
You know what I like?
What?
Not paying to go to the theater.
I know. I like it. What else did I see at your theater? I went to your theater and saw something. What did I see?
You went to go see at my theater. Oh, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You went to see Spider-Man at my theater. I went to go see Spider-Man at my theater as well.
Yeah, we missed each other by 18 hours or something.
Is that your theater of choice now?
I like it. I do like it. Now that I park on the safe side, not the scary side, your theater has two sides. It has a scary side and it has a safe side.
Yeah, there's the post-apocalyptic side.
Exactly.
And then there is the it's just like a sleepy theater
normal,
side.
Yeah, it's well lit. I can get right in, so I feel great. And then there's a side
if you want adventure, you go on the post-apocalyptic side.
Yeah, that's where we went first. Me and Kennedy at night alone, and I'm like, you always sweep under the car. You always do a visual scan under the car.
You make sure nobody's following you out.
She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm checking our sectors.
Yeah,
honey,
you're doing what you need to do in that area of the parking lot.
I do dig that theater.
It's a great theater. So Turning Red, March 11th.
Yep, on your television. I would pay. I don't know what I'm paying for Disney Plus. I think $7, $5 or something. I would pay $9 if they would send me an 80-inch TV. I'm renting that.
Would you have to send that back when you cancel your subscription?
Sure, that's fine because I'm never going to cancel it. I'm a Disney person. It's sort of like I'm renting out for $2 extra. Send me an 80-inch TV so I can enjoy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I get that.
Look into that, Bob Chapek.
Yeah, maybe that could be one of your pillars.
Yeah, exactly.
TVs for everyone.
More inches. Is that the end of the news?
That's the end of the news.
Good.
We're going to take a quick break.
Real quick break.
And when we get back, we're talking about the biggest hits and misses of 2021. It's going to be a fun discussion.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun discussion. Robbins, 2021.
What a year.
It's in the past.
It is in the past.
It's old and busted now.
Yeah.
But there are lots of things that happened.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland a couple times.
I know you did.
Stayed at the Grand California.
You did.
Watched a ton of content.
I know you did.
So much fun.
I got a one wheel.
Yeah, you did.
I think that's probably the biggest thing that happened to me last year.
Right on.
Is that the biggest thing that happened to me last year? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I got to go out trick-or-treating as a Ghostbuster.
You did. Really good. And to a movie as a Ghostbuster.
I went to a movie as a Ghostbuster.
And you got red Adidas, so that's a win.
Yeah, it's a win.
It's in the win column.
It's a win. I got the greatest hoodie ever made.
Yeah. It seems like in your office, they'll let you hook up electronics if you want to.
Yeah, what do you think about that, by the way?
Jealous. A little jealous.
I can send you the links that I got to those lights. Because I got a thing where I go...
Oh, I'm not jealous of the lights. I'm jealous that when you ask for stuff, they go like, it's got just like, he'll have a reason why he's allowed to do it. So just let him do it.
Yeah. I just bought it. Can I just buy it? I just bought it.
I'm like, hey, can I hook the Alexa up to the company network? They're like, what? No.
You just do it.
Okay.
That's what I did. And then I go like, hey, it's time to focus. And then all my lights turn red.
Hey, Alexa,
to tell people like, don't come into Scott's office.
Submit all my time cards. That would be amazing. Hey, Alexa, approve all vacation time.
Done. And you're like, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Some of your employees have not filled out the hours. That's, I don't know.
I said approve all the time cards.
Approve all the time cards. Not give me advice on how to run a team. Jeez.
I didn't ask for advice. I just
Golly,
asked
Alexa.
you to do the thing I asked you to do.
Yeah.
All right. So we have several categories here.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. And in those categories, we have several nominees. What I would have loved to have done is to put this out to the Banthateers.
Yep.
To hear what their answers are before we did this so we could sort of rate.
Yes.
But what I'm asking for our listeners to do is, hey, listen, when you hear a category, you hear the nominees, write down what you think the answer, what your choice would be, and send it to us. Yeah. Either direct message us on Instagram, email podcast@bobsleds.com, smoke signals.
You could do that thing where you put it in the suction thing and it goes through. And then
pneumatic tube.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do that.
Let us know what you think. A lot of categories here. A lot to get excited about.
Carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon would be good. This is like our mini Oscars.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So should we go through what categories we have, or should we just go into it?
We should just go.
Let's go into it. The first category is Best Disney-Based Movie. Now,
just starting off with a bang here on the episode.
Starting out with a bang. Now, when we put this list together, I did not include 20th Century Fox movies.
Which would have been like what? So what?
West Side Story, I guess, would be one. The Last Duel, I think, would be another one.
Oh,
not trying.
The Last Duel's amazing.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Adam Driver and Matt Damon.
Well, I think like you are one of 4 people who saw that movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good.
Really?
If you can stand like the storytelling,
slow, boring story.
Yeah. And the fact that it's the same story told through 3 different perspectives. So it's actually the same story 3 times.
Oh boy, that does sound riveting.
It is
Ridley Scott?
So good.
Ridley Scott did it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's really good. It's cinema. It's cinema. It's a long movie. It's a film.
It's a film. All right, so
Adam Driver.
Last Duel's not on this though, just so you know.
He's talented. He's good.
He is good.
For somebody that could be pretty easy to typecast, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
You know what's crazy about Adam Driver? He was a Marine before he went to Juilliard.
Well, I'm not surprised. Really? That's kind of a weird sentence.
It is.
I was going to say
weird.
With the abs, I get it. But
and then he went to Juilliard.
Yeah.
Maybe it was New York. No, I think it was Juilliard.
Interesting.
Yeah, crazy. All right, Best Disney-based movie. We have nominees are.
All right.
The Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
Luca. Encanto. Black Widow. Spider-Man No Way Home. Cruella. And Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings.
Right on.
What is your choice here? We haven't even talked about Spider-Man, by the way.
Right. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. A gold, silver, and a bronze.
Oh, you're gonna pick your top 3.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go. Right. Cruella's taking the bronze for me there. Shang-Chi with the silver, and Spider-Man No Way Home with the gold.
Really?
Number 1 movie. Spider-Man No Way Home.
You really liked No Way Home.
Yeah, I really did.
I was really bored by No Way Home.
Yeah, I remember the text messages.
Yeah.
Where I was with my family and I was like, hold on, you guys, we need an all stop.
Whoa.
I got to talk to Scott. Something's going down. They're like, did the bat phone ring? I'm like, the bat phone kind of rang. And the Ghostbusters phone rang. Like, we got to do some work.
This emergency. We're at DEFCON 5 right now.
We're at DEFCON 5. I think Scott thought Spider-Man No Way Home was long and winded.
And they were all like, what?
Yeah.
And then, like, collectively, everyone went, what?
Yeah. When I talk to my youngest daughter, who's really good friends with your youngest daughter, I was, because your youngest daughter liked Spider-Man.
She did.
A lot.
She did.
So I just always confirm, like, she really liked it, right?
She liked it, right?
Yeah, Dad, she liked it. I was like, okay. So the whole family's not nuts. It's just the one at the top there. Really?
She's an outlier.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we really liked Spider-Man.
I actually leaned over to my wife, like, in 3/4 of the way through the movie, and I said, how much longer is this movie?
Well, it can be as long as it wants.
I said this.
Yeah.
She didn't even want to be there. I was the one that said how much longer is this movie.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I had fun with it. The plot setup takes a lot of work to believe that happens at all. But once you believe it, they did fun. I loved seeing Andrew Garfield and Toby Mac back. It's not the same Toby Mac. There's a lot of Mac.
Toby Mac, but it's, I agree.
Mac Choir. That was a great scene.
It was great.
Yeah.
They cracking each other's backs.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. What is your picks?
Okay. Yeah. Best Disney-based movie? I'm going to go Luca as my pick.
The gold.
Luca as the gold.
All right.
And then we go Spider-Man No Way Home silver.
Okay.
I did not see
any of the
Cruella.
Yeah.
I did not see Encanto, and Jungle Cruise doesn't come anywhere close.
So you got Shang-Chi.
So Shang-Chi.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Good. Next category is the best Disney Plus thing. So not uncategorized, just what's the best thing.
What's the best thing on Disney Plus this year?
Disney Plus. You got Loki, WandaVision, The Mysterious Benedict Society, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, What If, Muppets Haunted Mansion, 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe, and Beatles, Get Back.
Get Back, Beatles.
That's a lot of stuff that's out there.
A lot of stuff. Disney Plus, a lot of content on Disney Plus right now.
I equate it to somebody asked Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, and they're like, do you want a monster? We have like a monster that doesn't have a home. You want to adopt it? And they're like, I guess so, sure. Like, is it cute? And they're like, it's cute. Yeah, just sits in the back there. Only thing is, you have to feed it constantly. Always. And you can never not be feeding it. Yeah.
It will devour you.
You and your entire company will be eating this monster. You just have to give it stuff. And they're like, can we give it like just take any bounty hunter?
Look, you can give it whatever you want.
So I can throw a Boba Fett into this monster and just spit out whatever
you want.
Great.
You just have to constantly feed it.
Silver, gold, and bronze. I'm gonna go with if I can go first. You want me to go first?
Yeah, please go first.
I'm going to go bronze. Oh, you can disagree with me. Who cares? I'm going to go bronze 80s Top 10. Silver.
I haven't seen it. I can't weigh in on this.
Silver, Muppets Haunted Mansion, and gold, WandaVision all the way.
How can you get bronze to 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe?
Because I just recently watched it, and I really liked it, and I haven't seen Loki, I haven't seen Falcon, I haven't seen Hawkeye, I haven't seen What If, and I haven't seen Beatles. So it's sort of a process of elimination.
Process of elimination. Okay. Best Disney Plus thing for me, the bronze, Loki.
Yeah.
The silver, Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Dope, yep.
And the gold, Mysterious Benedict Society.
Yeah.
Again, I cannot say enough good things about Mysterious Benedict Society. Sure, the next category is Best Nostalgic Thing. Of course, we are a Disneyland, Star Wars, and nostalgia-based podcast.
Yeah.
So this goes outside of the realm of just...
Somebody put Cobra Kai Season 4 on here.
Yeah, that's right. Best Nostalgic Thing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, Matrix Reloaded, 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe, Cobra Kai Season 4, and Beatles, Get Back!
Get Back! Wow. All right, what is your levy an opinion?
Well, here's the deal.
Yep.
Did you watch Matrix Reloaded?
I sure did.
It's horrible.
So bad!
It's staggeringly bad.
Wait, what?
I watched that movie, and I was like... Why did you bother making this movie?
Yeah.
And they said in the movie the reason why, because Warner Brothers was going to make it one way or the other, and it didn't matter whether or not they agreed. So they decided to make the Matrix movie. And it's horrible.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be more complicated. I was like, is there any way we can make this more convoluted and complicated and weird?
Any of the ideas that they established in the first 10 minutes of that movie, I would have taken any of those ideas and said, build an entire movie based on this. But instead, they decided to get rid of all of those ideas and just go with a Matrix movie.
Yeah.
That was the most derivative, boring Matrix movie there was.
We all hung in there just to see how off the rails it would get. I like Keanu. That movie was terrible.
Yeah. Carrie-Anne Moss. Man.
Yeah.
She looks amazing.
Does.
And she is amazing. And
terrible movie.
Terrible. Or no, she's not terrible. That movie's terrible.
She's great.
Also, side note, how do you not get Hugo Weaving in that movie?
Right. Yeah. The Agent Smiths that they got were like fine, but they were trying to do
like you're bringing that character back. If you can't bring that actor back, don't bring that character back.
Yeah. He just went, no. You sure you don't want to be in it? We'll pay you basically whatever you would like.
So I hated Matrix Reloaded.
Me too.
I have not seen 80s Top 10,
okay,
Cobra Kai Season 4, or Beatles Get Back.
That's disappointing, Scott.
So my bronze is going to go to 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
My silver, Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, man. Have you watched Cobra Kai Season 4 yet?
Oh, yeah.
Should I make silver Cobra Kai Season 4?
I'm going to, so...
I just don't like Spider-Man No Way Home that much.
Okay, yeah, right on.
The best nostalgic thing. It is the best nostalgic thing. Okay, I'm going to go 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe.
Yeah, you are.
Cobra Kai Season 4. Yeah. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I'm going Spider-Man No Way Home is bronze. Cobra Kai Season 4 is silver. And Ghostbusters Afterlife.
We both agree.
As the gold. That Cobra Kai Season 4 is unwatchable. It's horrible. But they bring Terry back from Karate Kid.
From Karate Kid 3?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Question, well, because I'm so fly. Disneyland knowledge not as good as my dad's. Star Wars has got storms, but opinions I have. If you want me to do it good, I just have to cross some of this stuff out.
What happened? Wait, why are you here? Where'd Scott go?
I did You know how I told you a while ago that I can, like, teleport people?
I don't remember you saying that.
Okay, well...
You meant to tell me, but you didn't.
Yeah. So now I'm here. I replaced Scott just for a minute.
No.
I wanted to talk to you.
That's fine with me as long as
about podcast things.
Oh, well, how about Disneyland?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Scott's okay, though.
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't sound like you haven't really mastered.
Well, I just kind of learned about it. So.
You just learned about it.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, Mousekateenager.
Thank you.
You're going to help us bridge the gap between what did happen and what's about to happen.
Okay.
And what did happen is that our little podcasting board, which you'll hear about in a second, it went broke.
Yeah, podcast whoopsie.
That's right. We had a podcast whoopsie.
Yeah.
And so you're here to serve as a bridge between that. Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're talking about the biggest hits and miss. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How was school?
It was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You think you'll go again next year?
I
don't know. So we're going to talk about the biggest hits and misses of 2021 related to like Disney, Disneyland, Disney Plus, stuff like that.
Okay.
We're going to do that a little bit right now with you.
Cool.
Based on the questions we've already answered with Scott. And then next episode, we're really going to round this list out. So are you ready? You ready to hear some stuff?
Yes,
okay.
I'm ready.
What would you say, Kennedy, Mousekateenager, the best Disney-based movie is? Something like Jungle Cruise, Luca, Encanto, Black Widow, Spider-Man, Cruella, Shang-Chi, anything else you'd like to add to the list that we didn't pick up on?
Okay, so like live action and animated?
Anything. Just best Disney-based movie, no matter how loosely it's affiliated with Disney.
Oh, okay.
So like if your friends made a movie and you were inspired by Disney, then that would count.
Yeah, okay. Well, they didn't do that.
Okay,
but,
well, tell them to get on it.
Yeah.
Literally, Disney's just taking any movie right now.
They really are.
What do you think?
I'm having a hard time thinking of any ones that you just listed, so I'm gonna say Encanto was really good.
That's the best movie of 2021. Best Disney movie of 2021.
Honestly, I would say so.
Wow.
The art was really, really good, and I watched it, and I'm sorry to say, I didn't really love it at first, but then it kind of grew on me as like...
Well, I remember you guys came home and you liked it, and then you didn't like it, and now you're back to liking it.
Yeah, I kind of had varying emotions on it, but I mean, the songs are really good, and like... The art, like if you watch the movie, the amount of detail is like kind of amazing in that movie of like the faces and everything and the
Scott's
stories.
upset you didn't pick Luca.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Encanto, like the world was bigger than Luca.
Yeah, Luca's a really small world. I think that's why Scott and I like it because it's so contained.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know. I don't think I'm used to movies like that. So.
And Jungle Cruise was a hit or a miss for you?
I think it's more on the miss side.
Fair enough. And you didn't love Cruella?
I
remember
love
with the little dogs and the newspapers and all those people and they were doing all that stuff.
I just feel like when it comes to live action animation, I always have to go for animation.
Okay, fair enough. All right, the best Disney Plus thing, unbounded category, whatever you say. That could be the menu buttons. Like you like the navigation.
The sound effects that it makes.
The sound effects that are made with the Disney Plus app. It could be that.
Yeah.
Or you could pick from these wonderful things. Okay. Loki, WandaVision, Mysterious Benedict Society, Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, What If, Muppets, 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe, Beatles Get Back, which you have not seen.
No, I haven't.
Or you can just stick with sound effects.
Yeah, I mean, they are good. The little, like...
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
Profile picture. What is your current profile picture on Disney+? Plus?
It's the Muppet who's, like, the rock guy. Like, not the rock, but, like, the
Mr. Stone?
Guy.
Mr. Stonehenge?
I don't know. He, like...
I can't believe it's not granite?
Yeah, no, like, the
Animal.
guy... Yeah, it's him. Yeah. And
I just wanted to see you struggle with it for a little while.
Yeah, I know. But,
yeah, that's right. It's Animal. Do you know what mine is? Mine is and will always be just Mr. Angry.
Who's that?
Angry from Inside Out.
Oh, I think his name's Anger.
Right, anger. I was using the more verby tense of it. The more adjectival. Okay. I was using the adjectival, his adjectival name.
Yeah. Okay.
Anger.
Anger.
I think you're right. I think it is just anger.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
Okay, so I'm gonna say WandaVision just because like that whole series was just like. I feel like it was different. Yeah, it was different in the way that they did storytelling from like
risks.
A lot of things. Yeah.
Easy to get lost in, easy to not understand it, but they still swung for it.
Yeah, and it's still like people who are like really into the Marvel universe can still connect with it because there were those like things. Like I think Mom like knew some stuff that we didn't
for sure,
about it. And so yeah, that was good. I'm going to give an honorable mention though to the fact that you can hold down on an episode and it takes you to the whole channel.
As the best thing on Disney Plus is that using an Apple remote on an Apple TV, if you long press on the Apple remote, it pops you into the episode list.
Yeah, I think that's really convenient.
How do you know that? How do you know that's what it is?
What do you mean?
How do you know that feature? How do you know about that feature?
Oh, you told me about it.
That's the answer we were looking for.
Yeah.
I like when I can show you something about technology.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll know. I don't know if you're allowed to have nostalgia as a. It's funny you tell me about things that feel nostalgic to you, and I'm like, but we did that last weekend.
You're like, no, that can't be right.
That was like a year ago.
I know.
How can you feel nostalgic about that?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I just love that place. Do you remember where we were walking and then we got that food? I'm like last
yesterday,
weekend.
Yeah.
I remember what happened last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me tell me if you have a best nostalgic thing on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Spider-Man, Ghostbusters, Matrix, 80s Top 10 with Rob Lowe, Cobra Kai Season 4, and Beatles Get Back. I guess you would be having a Cobra Kai. I don't know. You have a lot of Karate Kid in the past. I've taken you to filming locations and made you watch the movie, and I make you fight me every once in a while.
Yeah, a few times you like do like a jump scare thing, and I just have to be ready for it.
When I drop you guys off at school, I always make sure I go, bow to your sensei.
Yeah.
Your friends are like, dude, your dad's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's definitely what they say.
About your dad?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. What the nostalgia thing is, it kind of reaches to your age, like adult audience more than teenager.
Yeah. Do you have any memories of any of those things, feeling like older or more connected with your childhood? Like a Spider-Man, a Ghostbusters. Your sister is a huge Spider-Man fan.
Dude, so we started watching the animated Spider-Man when we were eating in the car one time, and I thought in my head...
One time, this was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, this is what you're saying with the nostalgia.
Exactly.
But we were watching the animated Spider-Man for like the first time, and I thought in my head, she's going to get addicted to this, and then yesterday I saw her watching it.
Yeah,
so
she loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She's seen all of the movies. She finished the, what I call Spider-Man GTA.
Yeah. Okay.
The open world Spider-Man game on PlayStation 4 or whatever. She finished that and is playing all the side things.
Yeah.
And she's watching the thing that you mentioned, the cartoon.
Yeah.
What are you guys watching that on, Netflix or Disney?
Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
So that would probably be her thing. That'd probably be her thing that's like the best. But,
yeah, and then this morning, I believe, before I was taking her to school, she asked if I would buy her the first series of Spider-Man comic books. She wants episode
No
1.
way,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, she's like, how do I get a hold of that?
Oh, that is so awesome. I love that.
Yeah, she's into it. But this isn't, she's downstairs.
Yeah, this isn't about her. This is about me. And I'm going to go with...
Spider-Man, Ghostbusters, Matrix,
I think
80s, Cobra Kai, Beatles.
I think Ghostbusters, because when I was watching it, you could probably hear, like, I was having memories back to the Ghostbusters, the first one that we watched a few years ago.
You've seen it twice, I think, the one.
Yeah. So when we were watching it, I, like, remembered older times, which is kind of what nostalgia is.
It was kind of a nostalgic experience because it was our first time back to the theater. It was your second time. You went to Encanto in the theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was still, like... I mean, one of the first times, with you at least.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Good. All right, well, here we go. I think this might be... We're going to do one more.
Okay.
And that will bridge in. Then you'll get to hear Scott and I's answer to this question next week. We'll do yours now.
Okay.
And then you'll hear what Scott and I think about this category. This is the best animated Disney-based thing. Encanto, Raya and the Last Dragon, Luca, What If, Ron's Gone Wrong, and The Simpsons Plus-iversary.
Okay.
That one's in there because it's the best in terms of just it's so bad.
Yeah, this is the miss part of the hit and miss.
That it's good. I don't know. What do you think? What's the best animated Disney thing?
Well, I'm kind of thinking a little bit wider than that stuff because all that's good, but
wow.
Okay, you know what I go with? The Mickey shorts.
Okay.
Those are so good, especially like the newest season that came out
in 2021.
Yeah,
and we'll count that.
I think so.
Yeah.
For sure. We watched the game night one and the house ghost ones over at the Storm's house that one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like how I remember them. And those two were really good. So I'm gonna have to go with the Mickey shorts, just as a whole, like the art style, and I feel like something people don't really
Dude,
like.
Untold Treasures looks amazing with that boat in it, that pirate
Really,
ship.
we have to finish watching them.
Yeah, that art style is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going with best animated thing is the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse shorts, in particular, possibly the episodes you watched over at the Storm's house.
Yes, which was House Ghosts and House Ghosts and the game night one, which is really good.
And I'm not going to tell you what's on the list for most anticipated thing of 2022 because you'll hear everybody listening to this will hear that next week on episode 89 of Bobsleds and Banthas podcast. But what is, without you knowing what's on the list, because I don't want to give it away, is there anything you're really looking forward to in 2022, either Disneyland related, movie related, series?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is Going Red, because I feel like
Turning Red?
Sorry, I keep saying...
Do you think you'll ever get that name?
I don't think I will. I think it's going to be Going Red in my mind forever. Turning Red is like the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But...
Because you loved the trailer.
Yeah, it just looks so good. And like...
Well, you can be able to watch that at home on, near Penelope's birthday. You're going to be able to you'll probably watch it for Penelope's birthday.
Yeah, I think we will. And that's also what scares me, is that it's not going to be in theaters first. Like, it's just going to go straight to video.
Yeah, it's scaring a lot of people.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see.
So your most anticipated is Turning Red.
Yes.
Or Going Red.
Yes, I like to call it,
Going Maroon.
Yeah.
Sort of Cardinal.
Yeah.
A lot of names they didn't pick.
Thanks for listening. I'm going to teleport Scott back in this
okay,
seat.
good, because I miss him, and I like talking to you, but I really like Scott.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll see you later.
Okay, yeah, we'll hang out later, but for right now, I'm going to go back to hang out with Scott. So
okay.
I appreciate you making an appearance and helping us Band-Aid the whoopsie in the middle of the podcast episode. We will talk to you later. You should say hi to the Banthateager.
Hi, Banthateager.
I told my class yesterday, I was like, yeah, so Aaron and I recorded for about 3 hours, and then we realized we only had 50 minutes of audio.
Of it, yeah. And they were like, why do you teach this class?
I know.
And we hope to someday achieve that level of professionalism.
I go, so just let that be a lesson to you. Just make sure you monitor your stuff.
Always glance at your stuff.
And you know what I say about that? I say, whatever happened to predictability?
Yeah, the milkman,
the paperboy, and even even TV.
Is it too soon to do that?
No, I think it's the perfect time to do it.
Is it the right time? Is that your tribute?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
That's what I say. How did that song go? Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, even in TV. But then I don't know where it goes from there.
It's all right. Because you're on Saved by the Bell.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have a fuller house. A fuller house. Oh, boy. So...
Hey there. Woo.
Hey, it's good to see you again. We are now...
It's nice to see you.
We are now
separated.
Recording. Yes, we're separated. We are now re-recording this episode.
Put us in separate corners. They're like, you guys clearly are not getting along.
You don't know what you're doing.
Out.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, more precisely.
You go to that neighborhood, and you go to that neighborhood. That's basically what's happening.
Think about what you did.
Yes. Did you? I don't know if you explained this with Kennedy already, but what we did was we recorded an entire episode, 3 hours of audio. And then I look over at our recording deck and realize that there has been some sort of file error, and we lost 3/4 of the episode. So that was fun.
I like the error message, though. The error message on it said, no, bro, not going to work out. And I was like, huh.
No, brah. That's what it said.
Not going to get it. Not going to get it this time. Like, that's cool. I like a friendly error message, like one that's like, hip with the current, lingo. I like that.
That's trying to not be a computer. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So we automatically went, what are we going to do about this? And, the good thing is this.
After you did 15 minutes of leaning over the console, like pulling your hair forward.
Yeah, that's right.
You were sweating like a little bit. And you were just like,
okay, maybe I could find the audio here. That's what I thought was maybe I could find the audio here.
Yeah.
Ultimately realizing, no, we lost this thing. We had
it's
good
a college
conversations
paper that's
too.
just gone. It's just gone.
It's in the ether. It was for us. It was just for us.
Yeah.
But what we decided to do was, because this was a list show anyways, this is a series of categories with nominees, and we discussed those nominees, we just figured, like, let's just pick it up next week. You know, we pretty much got to the end of a category. We finished, I think, with Best Nostalgic Thing, and we started talking about something that was golden there. It was Cobra Kai Season 4. I think you began to talk about how Terry Silver comes back. Yeah.
Terry Silver is back in full force. It's really, really hard to tell what's worse, Cobra Kai Season 4 or anything from Book of Boba Fett.
Oh my gosh. Well, we can't even get in. We can't even get into Book of Boba Fett yet.
I just watched 3, man. Wow.
Yeah, I watched 3 as well. And I have so many thoughts. I really think we should dedicate an episode to it.
We should
dedicate an episode to it. We got a lot of thoughts on Book of Boba Fett about just how amazing of a Star Wars show that is. Like, that is a
so
blow
good.
your hair back.
The one we've finally been waiting for.
It's
in close contention with Cobra Kai Season 4, which is, again, it's totally unwatchable in the best possible way. It's terrible.
Well, that's like Karate Kid 3. Karate Kid 3 is also terribly unwatchable, and yet I love it. It's wonderful.
Yeah. There you go.
So what we're going to do is next week is we're going to pick up with part 2 of our Banthateer Awards. Bantha Awards. I don't know what we're calling these things. We're going to be talking about best animated Disney-based thing, biggest news story of the year, best theme park thing of the year, favorite podcast episode of the year.
Bobsleds and Banthas podcast, not any podcast.
Yeah, not any podcast, our podcast. Biggest letdown of the year, which if we were doing 2022, I would say probably episode 88.
88, yeah.
The one that you're listening to right now.
It's like that DeLorean gets up to 88 and then just nothing happens.
Yeah. Best thing we never watched, the best Aaron and Scott thing, best jingle of the year, best surprise of the year, the most meh thing of the year, and our most anticipated in 2022. So we got a big show coming back, which I actually, this would have been a marathon episode to listen to anyways. I think breaking it up is good for our listeners.
My New Year resolution to get Bob Iger to add a T onto his last name did not pan out for me. I tried.
Tiger or Igert? Which one were you planning on doing?
Igert? What? Tiger? No, he's already a tiger. Yeah, I just think Igert's so cool. It sounds like the Iger, that mountain, and I was just like, Bob Tiger.
I just like at the beginning. My personal favorite thing is at the beginning of this episode, I accidentally referred to it as Blob Paycheck.
Yeah, that's right, Blob. Oh, Blob Blog. Bob Chapek should get a blog. It could be called the Blob Blog.
Oh my gosh. So, well, anyways, I think we should get out of this show right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody for listening. We love making this show. We sure hope you've enjoyed listening to it, even if it wasn't the full, complete episode we intended. This has been Bobsleds and Banthas. We release every week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. I think we're coming to YouTube this year in 22. What do you think about that, Aaron?
New Year's resolution, to be determined.
Man, to be determined. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we're going to be there. Oh, yeah, Facebook. We're on Facebook now. If you listen on Facebook, you can.
Yeah.
You can do that.
It's 23 years behind the curve, but we nailed it.
We're there. We're absolutely there. We can also be heard on the Magic of the Mouse Radio every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can check out Magic of the Mouse Radio for the best Disney music and podcast 24/7. You can visit wdisb.com or, Aaron?
You can go to bobsledsandbanthas.com/RARADRADIO. But don't do the cheer.
Don't do the cheer. Just put the word in. Yeah.
That'll get you a 404. Just go to radio.
Just go to radio. Please be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts. We would love it if you left us a 5-star review. A 5-star written review would really help. We could use that. It's like we haven't had we haven't had an updated review since I think October. So if you haven't left us a review, please get on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. Also, Spotify is now allowing star ratings on Spotify. So if you hop over Spotify, give us a 5-star rating, and that way we get sourced up. It really does help other people find out about the show. And when you write us a review, you let us know what you like about it, and we like that as well.
Yes.
Visit us at bobsledsandbanthas.com. Email us, podcast@bobsledsandbanthas.com, or DM us on Instagram. Hey, listen, if any of the categories that you heard in this episode with the nominees that we had, if you disagree with the nominee or you agree with the nominee, we want to hear from you. Podcast@bobsledsandbanthas.com. That's right. Yeah. If you email us, we will definitely read your responses because we want to know what you think. So email us or DM us at any of our channels. You can support us, patreon.com/bobsleds and Banthas. You can wear us on tpublic.com. And of course, you can join all the other Banthateers for more fun on Instagram. We are at Bobsleds and Banthas. Well, this has been a humdinger of a return.
Dinger hum. Yep. We came in with a crackle.
We came in with sort of like, yeah, it was like
a staticky sound.
It's like when you light off a firework and the fuse goes and then it goes into the firework and you're like, did it go?
Uh-oh.
But then you're afraid, like, if I go and check it out, it's going to blow up my hand. And everybody's like, don't go.
Don't do that.
That's pretty much what episode 88 is.
Yeah, 89, it will go off.
It will be a big explosion, so watch your hands.
That's right.
All right. Until next week, he's been Aaron.
Listen, if you're one of Scott's students in his podcasting class, I just want to take a minute to say sometimes a real genius teacher shows you what not to do. And I think you just need to think about that.
And I've been Scott. And that's true. You really learn from failure more than you do from success. So let this be a lesson to all of you.
Good lesson, Professor Scott.
Thank you.
Fail forward, at least sideways.
At least and fail up. Fail forward and up, I say. We've been Bobsleds and Banthas. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much.
Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom Disneyland is growing every day. This Saturday night, now there are more new rides for more fun.
In electro-synthomagnetic musical sound. Through the magic of light and sound.
Yes, there's more fun at Disneyland in Anaheim. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done.